Hi there, Janet here from Tips. Let's take a look at how you can import and edit a doc or a slide or a PDF in Smart Learning Suite Online, along with a couple of tips of what you need to know. I'm in my Google Drive, and so this is a look at my drive. I have the poem The Road Not Taken. I'm going to right click on it, and instead of opening in Docs, I'm going to open it all the way down here in Smart Learning Suite. Opening a file in Smart Learning Suite takes you past that intermediary page where you can choose between adding games and things, and it opens your file right within Smart Learning Suite itself. As you can see, it's setting up the lesson, and then it will open up inside this blue frame here, which is the edit side of Smart Learning Suite. Once it's opened in the edit side, you will be able to add additional text to it, additional photos, a link if you like, and I'd like to show you how to do that. There we go. So the Road Not Taken image search file has been opened up here, and I have in the top it says find an image to illustrate this poem and add it to this page, but I'd also like to add the instruction for students to circle words that help them decide what the image is going to look at. So I've clicked on this little text thing, and now I can add some text. So I'll say circle or underline words that lead you to the decision to choose the image you decide to use. Okay, and I'm going to just go Control A to select those, and we're going to make it a bit bigger. So we'll go size 14, and I'm going to just change the shape of the text box, and I'm going to move it over to the side. So I've changed the shape. Click on my little hand here. There we go. Circle or underlined words that lead you to the decision to choose the image. Now I'm also going to go to another screen here and just grab the link to this page on the Poetry Foundation because this provides a great reading of the poem by Robert Frost himself. So I'll go back to Smart Learning Suite and let's add that link. So I'll click on the image, and it's adding anything. I can select an image or I can add a web link. So I'll paste in there and the little arrow, and you'll see that the link has just turned up down here. So I can move this over. We'll put it up at the top, so if somebody wants to listen to it, they can listen to that link, and I can click here. I can lock it, I can duplicate it, use an infinite cloner to make multiple copies of it, or delete it. So we'll just leave it. So this link will take them to that page. Okay, what else do I want for my students? I've got a link to the audio. Actually, I am going to lock it. Lock. By locking it, what that means is the link will still work, but the students won't be able to accidentally move this all over the page. Tip, it's a good idea to lock anything you put on your page, so I'll do the same for this here, because if you don't lock it, some students might decide that they're going to delete it, and then they will say to you, I can't see my instructions anywhere. So it just glues everything in place so students will be able to see what you've put there. So let's convert this to an activity so the students can actually work on it themselves. So that's by clicking on this button at the bottom. And I'm going to make it an individual handout activity. I could make it a collaborative workspace and have students work on it together, but for this example we'll just have one. So I can preview it. That's what it's going to look like for the students, and they'll be able to write on it. But let's just go there and open it up in my class. So I'll click on Finish Editing, and it automatically has opened up this page in my class. So I'm just going to make this window smaller so you can see my student side of things. So here I am as a student. I'm going to go to hellosmart.com. And because the student has been in there before and logged in before, it's automatically taken her into my class. Now you'll see on the teacher side, I can click on Student Progress, And it says students will appear here once they're connected and started the activity. The key word here is start. So my student Amanda here needs to click on the word start to start her activity. When she presses that, her name will pop up on the teacher side. There we go. And as a teacher, all my students' names will populate this space here, and I'll be able to click in and out of their names at any time to see how they're doing on this project. So maybe Amanda's decided that she's going to go listen to the audio. She can click over there and see the audio. Or maybe she's decided she's going to underline some words, so she can click on her pencil and she can choose a color and she can underline some words. So maybe she's going to underline here and maybe underline here and underline here. So these are words that are going to guide her search when she looks for that image. So let's pretend she's looking for her image. We'll click on the plus sign, and now instead of just adding a web link, we're going to add an image. So she's going to look for a yellow wood with grass. We want to be able to see the trees better. Let's take the grass off. Okay, so here's a picture. I just double clicked on it to bring it in. She could have dragged it over. And as that's loading here, she's able to go in and resize it and move it into position. And you'll see as she's doing this, that's moving here too. It takes a little bit of time for the image to pop up, but you can see that it's on its way. And then if I click here, I can make a duplicate if that's what I want to do. And if I click here, I can delete it. So there we go, and there's my student image. She's done her assignment. I've been able to watch her doing it. I could have just clicked in here and clicked in and out of other students. And then, of course, while teaching, once somebody is done, she can click done, and it puts a little green check mark over on my side. And then as I move from page to page, and there's just one page in this, but she will be able to see what other people have. So let's say I'm going to add another page on the fly. And I can ask the students, what are some of your key ideas? And as I write on my board, she will see what I do on hers as well. So as I go back where we were, I can click into student progress. And so as students are watching back in Meet, I can go through their work and talk to them about it together. Super useful way to take what was a traditional kind of whiteboard and make it truly interactive as their work is beamed right back up on the board, so you can discuss it with them whether you're all sitting in the same room or whether you're sitting miles apart. So hopefully that was useful, some importing and editing docs, slides, and PDFs, what the teacher needs to know. Make good use of this functionality.